together we are
the mother and daughter duo.
Okay, guys, this is the video you have all been waiting for. Our first official girl talk. If you watched our Get to Know Us, you would really know that me and Mom are like so close, and we talk about everything. We used to get popcorn and snacks every Thursday after school, and just talk about.
I did it with both you and your oldest sister.
And we just want to make this a safe place for you all to talk and feel comfortable. I know that.
The reason why I wanted to do friendship first, because in this channel,
that's what I was getting ready to say.
Yes, in order for us to bond, we have to start a friendship first, and that is our goal too. For them to feel comfortable with us, and for us to feel comfortable with them.
Yeah, that's right.
Or vice versa, however you want to put it. And so what I want to also do is we're going to kind of go down the line every Thursday and talk about, different things. And if it's something, guys, that you want to hear before we get to it, you can
comment down below,
and we'll just get right to it.
So yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That Mom said we want to build a friendship with you guys, and that we want to be as close as you guys as possible. Like just
like your phone.
Yeah, your phone.
I feel like that I want to talk to Wanda or Destiny, so I'm going to pick up the phone and call.
So if you guys are comfortable enough, we are going to leave our contact information, and yes, you really could contact us. We want you guys to reach out if you need something, or you just want to talk about it. If we don't know and you don't know, together we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll get an answer.
We're just going to bounce off each other. We have some key points that we're going to share today. So I'm just going to go first, is insecurities. Often your so-called friends will, pick on an insecurity that they know that you have, or they will pick on something that you're not even thinking of. Like, you can be a perfectly confident person, and they'll think, okay, maybe if I say this to her like a number of times, she'll get in her feelings, or I can get underneath her skin about it. If someone knows that you don't feel comfortable, with something, they'll just try to pick you at with you. So, yeah.
What I want, being competitive. I find that a lot of people that don't like themselves usually find a hard time liking others. In other words, they always trying to do, like you would say, or the younger generation say, trying to outdo you or one up on you. So for instance, like I might say, oh, girl, I went and bought a pair of shoes. But last week I went and bought 2 pairs of shoes. But girl, do you know what they cost? Yeah. Always trying to outdo
Making sure
you.
that that
like
you're
you
always
did
underneath
this,
me.
but I did it a little better, I should say.
So
being competitive.
Embarrass you in front of other people, like like if say if me and Mom was in the friend group and there's like 3 other people, like I'll try to embarrass Mom in front of like our friends or in front of other people.
And don't let it be a male.
A guy. Who it can be like a guy in a situation, and it's just
that person, is that who you are? All of a sudden, like you don't know the person anymore.
And some guys be like, yo, like, why are you doing all that? Because I have heard like guys say like, you're just clowning too hard on her, like it's not that serious. So that's just mine. I'm gonna let Mom.
This is the one that's near and dear to my heart. Because every time I talk about this one, safe, being safe in a friendship, and that takes me back. We all heard her name before, and you should be saying her name still. Shanquilla Robinson. Oh, what they did to that young lady in Mexico.
I feel like that's something we're going to talk about too, because
you just can't let that go. It just isn't right. And we, like I said, we all heard the story. And if you feel that you're in a friendship and you're not free to say what you want to because you feel like you're going to be scolded, or you got to look at the person and make sure, should I say this? In other words, that we're going to get right to it. The intuition.
Yes.
Usually, if you're in a situation and if it doesn't feel right, it usually isn't right. It's amazing the gift that God has given us women. That little thing that just kind of tug on you, like, and you say, you know what, I really shouldn't. And it's oftentimes we don't pay attention. And if we just pay attention to that, just that intuition, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't steer you wrong. You'll wind up in a good place if you just only listen to it.
Yeah, because I've been in situations like I just know I should have listened. And it's just like I feel like your intuition is like just a clone of you in your head, like
You're doing it.
like stuff like that.
You know.
Yeah, you know what's right and wrong because you would just feel it. It's really a superpower. Is manipulation.
Yes.
Oh my God! Like they'll try to make you do something you don't want to, or turn against everyone else, or like basically control you. Like like they'll try to get you to dress alike, or they'll try to maybe do the same hairstyle as you. Like I feel like that's kind of like trying to get you to just suck into
controlling.
their,
can also come with trying to convince you that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Or if you, it's
kind of hard to describe. Like
controlling. Like I gotta get a good example here. When someone is trying to control you,
it's a couple different.
In other
ways.
words, don't go here, go there.
Yeah,
you should be doing this. Don't do that. In other words, turn left here.
Yeah.
Like you remember Bernie Mac said when he would say, turn left. Don't do this. Make a right. Don't do that. Instead of you wearing your hair up, why don't you wear it down?
And like a silly person, you kind of listen to him thinking he's innocent, and next thing you know, like this person has completely changed you.
And a friendship, Siobhan, is not controlled.
It
should be relaxed. It should be, but a good friend, Siobhan, would tell you what you should hear, not versus what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, we talked about constructive criticism. You got criticism, but you got constructive criticism, and you will know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Again, we could talk about
like
it. Just should feel right.
It's just that little thing that your friend could just look out for you. Like, honestly, girl, them shoes really don't go with that dress, but you can get them. But at least I told you. You know, something like that. You know.
And Siobhan, while this is on the top of my head, I want to talk about an emotional. If it's one-sided, you know what I'm saying? Emotional. It's just like a banking account.
Yeah.
If you find it that in that friendship that somebody is taking, just like if I go to the bank, I know if I have $1,000 and I keep taking money, what's going to happen? I'm going to deplete that account if I don't keep putting back into my, whether that be a checking or savings. If you find that the friendship tends to be one-sided.
Like every time you call her, she's never there.
But when she's called, in other words, as long as she's happy, you don't hear from them. Yeah. But the moment that they get in trouble, then that form
like they're always around when things are just going bad.
Right. So those are just some of the signs that you want to touch on.
Yeah. One more.
Yeah.
Giving backhanded compliments. Oh my God! Like probably the most annoying. Well, not. I don't know, but like your friend would be like, "Hey, girl, your hair is so cute, but it should have been red," and just like your friend the next to you would be like, "She gave you a compliment, but it's like."
It's always
it's a disguised hate. It's like it's disguised hate. Like the only reason why it slips is because she still gave you a compliment. Like, why couldn't my hair just be pretty? I should have dyed it, this color. Like it's.
You know, another thing that's near and dear to me: secrets.
Yeah.
If I come to you, Destiny, and confident with a secret, and I know for sure there's no ifs and buts about it that I've told no one other than you, and about time. Before I can hang up the phone, I have 12 people calling me, Wanda, such and such and such.
Yeah.
But the thing about secrets, Siobhan, they never are told. In other words, you don't get a chance to tell my own story. In other words, even if I wanted that person to know, allow me to tell it before you tell it. And 9 times out of 10, when the story is told, it's not always told the way you said it.
Yeah.
In other words, let's take it back. Remember, like when we was in elementary school, you would say, "Let's go around the table." I might whisper something
play
in your
telephone,
ear.
basically.
Right. In other words, I might start off with saying, "Oh, Destiny got on some new shoes. To see the blue ones, they're really nice." And by the time it get to the other end, Destiny had on red shoes. "Oh, girl, she thinks she cute today." They read the red shoes. In other words, the story is never told the way you intended for it to be told. Make sense? Secrets. Your friend, your so-called friend, just can't keep a secret, no matter what. Even in complete confidence that you told her, she just can't seem to hold it to herself.
No, it's lies. Like, how would I put lies? Like.
I'm gonna tell you a good one when you finish. You give me your opinion on lies, because
you go because I'm thinking about how like lies.
Okay, let's just take for instance, the way I'm going to talk about lies. We have to be careful with them.
Yeah.
Like your friends always telling a lie. Let's just take an example. I'm going to take a pillow. You may have heard this one before. And I'm going to cut the pillow open. And I'm going to count all those feathers, friends. I'm going to count the feathers in the pillow. And I may find that I have 2,500. You with me so far? But then we have a storm. And I'm going to take the pillow outside and I'm going to let them loose. I'm going to let the feathers loose. And when the storm is over, I'm going to challenge you to go back and get all those feathers. And I can almost guarantee you that when you count those feathers, you won't have 2,500. The moral of the story is once you put something out there, it's hard to go back and take it back. So we have to be careful about the lies that we tell in a friendship. You don't want to hurt. In other words, a friendship is supposed to lift you up. You know, it has to be uplifting. We talked about it, that that one-sidedness. It shouldn't be draining.
What's another one like? Just I know what's obvious, like just talking behind someone's back and like
it can be hurtful.
Like, I think I know for lies. Like, I could say, you might have a friend in the group that's like trying to pin two people against each other, like make them fight or something. Like, so she'll play telephone swearing at, like, such and such said something about you, and I go say what you said.
That
like,
he say,
to
she
try
say
to
stuff.
make you guys fight. And I'm just like,
and we at this age, and when you reach a certain age in time, we're too petty for this.
This is really petty.
Let's stop the pettiness. I should say. Talk
you
about what should feel good in a friendship.
Yeah, I think we
and some of the things, if that friend should be dependable, somebody that you could depend on. Like my car may be down. I could be having a flat tire. I could call that friend and she's going to show up for you. Some of the things that, in other words, again, I talked about, just showing up when it matters. They always there to support you. They notice the little things about you. Oh, girls, I noticed that you passed your exam at school, or you passed your road test. Always something to bring you up, helping to keep a smile on your face. You happy to hear from that person. That's a good sign that you should. And if you're not getting that, then you need to run or get someone to help you get out of that situation quick. And so those are just some of the things. And like I said, we haven't probably hit on all of them, but that's just to give them a little idea of what they should be looking from their friends and what they should be looking from us. Because again, we talked about in the beginning, if you're listening to, we're here to form a friendship. This again, I'm gonna reiterate, this is going to be our soft place to land. We're going to be able to talk about any and everything as you get to know us. We're going to get further into some of the things that has happened to us, some of the things that we've been through. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to make you cry. But I promise you that if you be patient, we're going to get there. We're going to do this together.
I feel like this is important. A friend should truly love you for who you are. Like, you should just be able to act a clown with that person and they not look at you like why does she act like that? Like,
should love your flaws. Your silliness.
If you're goofy, your friend has to have some goofiness too. So I just feel like that's important. And
in other words, I love you for who and what you are. Unconditional love.
Yes. And I think that is about
some of it.
Not all of it.
Just some of the things that you can look for. But those are some really key ones. And I think, again, I want to take away, most of all, safety first. It's so many times that we put our trust.
Can you really trust that friend?
Misplaced trust. When you just have to know because you know. And I know it sounds a little harsh, but sometimes you may have to even do a little background check on your friends. You got to make sure that they are who they say that they are.
It may seem extreme, but at these time and days, it's just like
you have to. You can't just be
know
too
if you're
cautious.
hanging out with a psychopath. You don't know because like they come disguised as anything.
In other words, wolves disguised as sheep.
Yeah, basically, and it can be scary. But if you take your time, I feel like you could truly find
a good friend.
Because I'm a good person, so I'm hoping I can find someone.
And again, guys, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Because we are looking to establish some friendship. I don't know if you remember when I said if I called you a few months from now to get ready for that cruise.
We're expecting you guys to show up.
I'm expecting you to show up.
Everybody on the list, like, is she here? Check. All right, let me hit you up like you ain't here at the port. Like, what's going on? But yes, that wraps up this video. We want to thank our subscribers. We have grown within just a short period of time that we have been doing.
Because we started off with maybe like in the beginning.
I think the last video, the last one before that, I think I said 5, and now we're at 24.
And I thank you so very much.
We thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We are getting there, and it's only up from here. So hey,
thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, share. Please turn your post notifications so that you guys are alerted when we post another video. And that's it. Bye.